Thank you all very much for being with us to share this special day in the life of our daughter and our family. Today we will give Millie Sydney Seltzer some more names, but first a word about the names she already has. When Aaron and I found out we were having a daughter, coming up with a name was a no-brainer. In fact, we've had one picked out for years. Aaron and I are both big fans of The Simpsons, and our favorite character is Bart's friend, Milhouse Van Houten. So of course we would name our little girl Millie. Right. Like most of the things I say, that's obviously not true. Except for the part about this decision being easy. Millie Guller was classy, graceful, loving, and kind. I feel very fortunate to have known her and honored to pass her name on to our daughter. She was everything we hope our little girl will be. Millie's middle name doesn't come from the city where Aaron and I spent our honeymoon, but from my Uncle Sidney, who passed away last winter. I'm sorry, we named her this so that everybody else would cry. Comes from my Uncle Sidney, who passed away last winter. Sidney had a personality that filled every room he entered. He was always the life of the party and the coolest guy I ever knew. I'm hoping that our little girl doesn't spend quite as much time in casinos. We hope that she has the same fun-loving spirit and zest for life. Does Gramps need one? I think Gramps might need one. Millie's Hebrew name is Gussie Lee, named for Aaron's Aunt Gail and my grandmother Lee. Gail's Hebrew name was Gussie. She was named for Ida Gussie, who was Aaron's grandpa, I got it right in rehearsal. Who was named for Aaron's grandpa, Mel Papa Weinberg's grandmother, and everyone called her Gussie. I never met Aunt Gail, but whenever my wife says something ridiculous, Cindy notes how similar Aaron and Gail are. Aaron says a lot of ridiculous things. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what Gail must have been like. We hope that our daughter will have the same delightful sense of humor and devotion to her family, and we hope that Millie will be as close to Charlie as Gail was with her siblings. My grandmother Lee passed away when I was very young, but over the years I've come to learn what a sweet and caring woman she was. And through listening to her audio diary, I've also learned that she really liked food. My mom adored her mother and often tells my brother and I how much she would have loved us and how proud she would have been of us. Well, Millie and Charlie are far better children than Michael and I ever were. So I can only imagine how much Grandma Lee would have enjoyed that. We hope Millie will be just as kind and nurturing and just as appreciative of a good meal. My wife likes to point out that birthdays really should be a celebration of the mother, too, since the birth was kind of her thing. This isn't a birthday, but I'd like to follow that tradition and acknowledge Millie's mom. Erin is a terrific spouse and a far better parent than I will ever be. She's done a great job so far with Charlie. I wasn't supposed to get a laugh. And I have no doubt that Millie will turn out just as well. We would like to thank Rabbi Goldstein for creating and conducting this service. We would also like to thank Millie's grandparents, our family members, and friends that support us in innumerable ways. And a special thank you to my father and Dee Dee for co-hosting this event. Finally, we would like to thank all of you for sharing this day with us. Our daughter has 4 names and some big shoes to fill. But she's also got a lot of great people to help her along the way. Thank you.